corner has begun. And Andy, as Shiva has requested, let her know what you think about the drafts.
I actually agree with the couch in terms of their overview on the game. Like the laning phase for CL, I could see going extremely well for them. And then if MFF have an okay laning phase stable, there's kind of a lack of control for the PL during the late game. I mean, you're looking at a Shackle, maybe an Orchid coming out from Pycat at some point, and then a Crush. So if you don't land those spells, the PL can very easily take over the fight, and that's not even considering the BKB Shadow Fiends. So for CL, can they thrive on the momentum that their lineup is supposed to?
I think the PL, as you said, the fact that I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that the stats, at least recently in this patch, they're not great for PL. PL has not been having a great time in this patch. Sing Sing, obviously in the past, one of the players that's really shown us how it's done. The question is if he's going to be able to continue to do it in a changing meta mid lane. Yeah, the Tangos, moving the sentries there. As both will be taken down by the respective sides. And we'll see how much EGM can achieve on this bounty onto bottom lane. Bit of a ruckus kicking off as well, and top lane, in fact. Niqua just went running away from Yapzor and the guys. So, lane-wise, in your eyes, who's coming out on top? Who's happier with the situation here?
Well, Arise is definitely going to have a real crap time. No question about that. He was only given 1 sentry, so with EGM, obviously starting with 2, has those tangos. Arise can no longer contest the wave anymore. They're going to have somebody stack for him. He might even have to do it himself, because if one of the supports leaves bottom, then you have to look at this Dazzle and Sardar lane. They'd be able to shut down Sing completely. So I think, in a way, 4CL are probably happy with this. It's going to come down to what Demon can accomplish with his farm top lane, because they did opt to go dual off with the Tusk and the Sand King together. If he can get a quick blink timing, get some epis and team fights, I think it'll be worth it. But otherwise, it's going to be a little bit rough for MFF in the early game.
Okay, we saw that as well, EGM. Just looking for the route round. Let's pop down the ward in the mid lane, and we're seeing if maybe a courier snipe could have been happening. But Arise plays it safe, backed up. Made sure the courier was always going to be safe and not in harm's way at this bounty up to top lane. Yapzor moving in here with Niqua. Trading the hits. He's got level 2 as well. Pop down the shards. Continue with the control. He's got a snowball here as well, but it's not going to be quite enough on his own to totally deal with the Wind Ranger. And Niqua just turning around, forcing him back. And EGM still just making the trip around the jungle. You've got Arise. He's actually going to end up walking into EGM here. And, well, with this damage, Arise is going to get fairly low here, and they should be able to find it, and they do. First blood there for Pycat with some nice bounty action from EGM.
Man, this Queen of Pain is already rich. He just bought Bottle, already up to almost 400 gold. He should have his boots by the time Arise even makes his way back into the lane. So mid, at this point, especially with the ward behind the tower, mega loss. Like, you got to have somebody come over here. Looks like Yapzor is going to be the choice from MFF. They can't afford to abandon Sing. It'll be one more hero they can use to potentially stack for him, and they're going to give him another sentry on top of it. And this is necessary. Like, without the sentry, Bounty Hunter just makes laning as SF versus Queen impossible.
And bottom lane, there's going to be a crush onto Sing Sing, just trying to move forward here. Bambo, it's going to be the doppelganger. Sing Sing moves himself back. But I think, as you said, they really need to do something about the Quap, especially because it is Pycat playing it, and Queen of Pain is one of the heroes that Pycat's known for.
He's very good at playing lane bullies, like Queen of Pain, Viper, stuff like that. Sniper even, too. I know he's one of the few people who actually like playing that hero, but he's very good on the ones who have to really push their laning advantage, so glad to see him on something like that for this game when it comes to 4CL.
Well, this time Yapzor is there. They'll be able to get themselves once again the D-ward. Top lane, look at this Demon. He's found Niqua here, trapped up in the trees. And Niqua is going to win right on that Sandstorm.
Okay.
Yeah, you're dead, son. And MFF find themselves a kill on the board there with Demon with a bit of fancy footwork.
Classic Jimmy somehow killing a Wind Ranger 1v1 as Sand King. How is it that his lanes always go in like the most ridiculous fashion ever? First game, he dies solo to his Slardar as Brewmaster. Second game, he solo kills a Wind Ranger as Sand King. Nobody else has lanes like this but him.
Bottom lane, they might be able to find Bambo here. They've got the crush from the Bambo in time. They do still have a shards here, and they'll throw it out. Doesn't quite trap Bambo, though. He'll be able to get himself out, and Saxa will walk this one off as well. So, unfortunately for Monkey, Freedom Fighters not able to find themselves the kill that they were looking for down bottom. But yeah, the fact that Jimmy, he's not having a bad time at all on this top lane.
Yeah, the big thing is, he's already got to his Tranquils. Yeah, well, the Shackle's there, but it doesn't really much matter. I don't think Niqua has the damage to kill. He is 5. Could put another point in the power shot. But Jimmy with Tranquils and almost level 5 to his name. Like I mentioned, the blink timing for him is going to be key. If he can get it early, he can make use of an epicenter, start getting some space for the a Ryze, Shadow Fiend, and Sync PL. Could be big.
Bottom lane, EGM is there as well. Getting some hits onto Gabat. Forcing back the Witch Doctor. There's, very close across the lanes at the moment. They're 1-1 in the farm. Just overall favouring for Clovers. Still the biggest difference being that mid lane. 27 for 11 on your Quap compared to the 18 for 1 on Arise's SF. Certainly is the glaring issue at the moment for Monkey Freedom Fighters 5 minutes in.
That also means that with the Invis rune, Pycat can easily transition to any lane and look for kills. Like, PL will die, any of the supports will die. There's not really much they can do. It just depends on if they want to go for the YOLO play. As he does pop his Invis rune. He blinked across the river, so there was no vision in the vicinity, and he can still see a Ryze.
He wants to get the Shadow Fiend kill. And with the Sonic Wave, he's got a good shot.
Oh, he might get the courier if he's putting the bottle on it? No, he's not. Okay. That was actually his bottle being delivered. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. That was the first bottle that... Or first time he's had bottle.
This? He's trying to get the perfect angle. Eels also got EGM coming in as well. Alright, he's hiding in the trees. Pycat hasn't quite got vision, but the pings are coming out. He's aware that Arise is hiding here, and Arise will now come out to the wave. Pycat. Is he going to go for it?
They can't do this. Like, they can't dive him like this. They need him to go to the creep wave and even farther, honestly. Because they don't have any disables. EGM's only level 2, so he doesn't even have Shuri Toss yet.
Things are settled down at the moment between the teams. 1-1 still. Pycat unable to find that kill with the Invis. And we'll see. I mean, in terms of game plan, going late, I guess you got to favour MFF every time with their lineup with the PL core.
Yeah, to a certain extent. I kind of agree with that. I think there's enough damage, though, like physical damage on Force CL to deal with the Shadow Fiend and the PL. It's just a matter of, can you find the real PL? That's going to be the issue for Force CL.
EGM coming in again with Pycat. They really want to try and find Arise here. Arise is playing very carefully, but now they've found him and they've got a Sonic Wave. He hasn't quite got the mana, in fact, so Pycat may have made a bit of a mistake. He's got the mana now, and he's not even going to need to use it. Just gets the right clicks in. He'll TP himself straight out just in case any kind of reaction was coming through, and just by the skin of his teeth getting that kill and getting away with it as well.
You know, honestly, he was playing so conservatively, and he even pinged out the ward. Like, he realized as soon as he got blinked.
Bottom lane, Sing Sing trying to go on to Bambo here. It's going to be hard though, because Sax is there backing up the Slardar. And they themselves need to be careful, especially the fact that Pycat, he's still got that Sonic Wave and he's making the move down to the bottom lane. Sing Sing getting incredibly low. Another doppelganger to back off, but Pycat, he's really going to want to try and find this with a Sonic Wave. Pycat's getting closer and closer. Sing Sing and Kabao need to be careful. Pycat is there, and Sing Sing, he's got to be careful. That fight comes in. There we go, blink forward. Pycat, Sonic Wave, it's actually not going to hit Sing Sing, doesn't matter. Will find the kill with the dagger. Puts himself on a killing spree. So even though the Sonic Wave is kind of whiffed, they get the kill that they were looking after nonetheless. And top lane, well, Jimmy. That was not an epic enter.
It looks like a couple of ultimates were put on cooldown for unknown reasons. No, nothing to see here, boys. Just keep playing Dota 2. But I guess it's fortunate that Pycat didn't need his ulti to actually get that kill, or it would have been really, really bad for Force Steel if they didn't end up taking out the PL in that situation. However, early game, still kind of even, all things considered. Just waiting for the Bounty Hunter to get his level 6. He is 4 at the 8-minute mark. And the Sand King is looking to be a bit under halfway to blink. He did opt to go for the Soul Ring after Tranks. Kind of a standard laning Sand King build, I suppose, if you want to call it that.
EGM is going to spot out Arise. Just getting the intel, checking on the progress here of the Shadow Fiend. There's a double damage as well on Pycat. He's still looking to farm around the mid lane. Snowball across. He's going to connect onto Bambo. Sax is there with the heal. He's going to need to pop out a grave as well if he wants to save them. But the bounces with the cast here causing some issues. He still gets the grave off, and Bambo looks like he'll be safe for the time being. Sing Sing trying to get himself in sync if he can find the vision for the Lance. He's going to doppelganger forward, breaking the trees, and there's your Lance. Gets the kill onto Bambo, but now Pycat's turned up, looking for return aggression, and he'll get it. He takes down Sing. The cask doesn't bounce favorably here for the side of MFF as it goes across towards the creeps, and Pycat maybe seeing if he can move forward for more. Still has that DD. He's going to have to blink up here in 3 seconds. Kabap and Yapsel are the ones on the retreat, and yeah, Pycat's just going to have to let those go. Can't quite chase them down. So a 1-for-1 trade there. But of course, the painful point being that MFF do lose Sing on the PL.
I don't even think it was worth it to chase that. Like, okay, top lane. Nah, he's not going to get in this time. Okay. Right. Sandstorm damage, not quite enough. But I don't know how he's like winning this lane so hard. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
He's 46 for 2 against the 40 for 7. You're right. He's having a great time on the SK.
I mean, I guess they did do a lane transition, which loses the Wind Ranger a bit of time, and Jimmy solo killed him. So if that happens, I suppose you can just snowball the lane from there.
Oh, sentry, nicely done here. Oh, jeez, just 4 HP. 4 HP here on AGM. He's lucky to get himself out of that one. And
yeah,
he will.
That's rather unfortunate. They commit 2 sentries for that too.
AGM. Oh, AGM, what? What are you doing to me?
Why would he walk into him?
Oh, okay.
So he like mind gamed himself. He figured that if he picked up the invis and Arise knew he was there, that he would imagine he would run directly away. So he runs into the Shadow Fiend, assuming he would use a mid or long range raise. I mean, I guess I get that. If he's on the other side of the river, it probably works, but...
But if he kept running, he would have been fine.
I know, but that's the mind game. You're trying to outthink a little bit too much in that situation about where you would be.
All right. Bambo having a bit of a pirouette here on the side. Draws away the creeps. And it's 4-4 still at his top lane. Oh, sorry, bottom lane. Saxo. I mean, Spirit Lance here. Up, so with the shots as well. It's going to be off point. EGM is there. Saxa is going to get Dover point. He's going to look for the TP out, but the snowball's there to cancel it. And Sing Sing take himself the kill on Dazzle mid lane. Pycat moved him with the Sonic Wave. Found himself the kill onto the Shadow Fiend. Demon moving forward with the Sandstorm. Gets Pycat. Bambo trying to get himself out at the same time. Sing Sing getting himself a double kill. Finished off EGM there as well on the Bounty Hunter. Bambo throws down the Amplify. And that is your Blink Dagger gold now complete on Demon. As he is going to have that coming out to himself on the Sand King.
He's going to be the one you're looking to on the side of MFF to make the plays. Like, A-Mother talks about Playmaker heroes a lot. Sand King is definitely one of them. So a good epicenter in a team fight, even a couple of nice burrow strikes should be more than enough to take a team fight if you're MFF at this stage, especially considering EGM still level 4. It's been 3 minutes. He hasn't even gained like more than half of a level at this point. They really need track. And once that's online, you got to start playing aggressive if you're 4CL. You can't just sit here and continue to farm. I don't think playing it late against Shadow Fiend PL is going to do you any favors.
Not at all. We'll see what they can do. So the Blink Dagger timing on Bambo is going to be pretty important, and he's still a fair way off it on the slide up. Top lane. Well, yeah, so he's going to trap Saxa here, but no, Saxa's going to look for the TP. Absol isn't going to commit with the snowball. Didn't quite have the nighttime vision. EGM spots out Arise. Bambo's moving in as well. If they can get the slow here, they might want to go for it. But Yapsos, there's actually TPs coming through as well. You do not want to go on that. You certainly don't want to go on that if you're 4 Clovers. And the EGM will get himself out of there. Jimmy's back as well, nearly hitting level 11. Has a Mango as well, ready to go if he wants to pop the Epi. And Sing Sing with some farming. They've got the dire vision by this camp, so Bambo knows what's up. And Sing Sing he's fairly low here on the PL. It's going to be very hard though for Bambo to find a way in. Courier flying over. Won't quite spot him out. Sing Sing's going to TP in fact just up to the top lane. Now Rise comes in to clear up this stack. Bambo. Can he try and go for this? This is going to be a very risky Bambo play. Look how sneaky he's been. This is a very sneaky boy.
All right, he used a lot of time for that.
Top lane Nico's getting caught out here. They've got the Shallow Grave from Saxa. He's going to try for the TP out. They got any way of cancelling it. Turns out they don't. They've already used all their stuns, and Aniqua getting away. All thanks to the help there of the Dazzy Do. Pycat's around. Hasn't quite hit level 11, but he does have the Sonic Wave. Absol gets the shards out to Saxa. Niqua's there. Props out the Shackle. Isn't going to latch. And looks like Monkey Freedom Fighters, they'll be able to try and find this tier 1 on the top with Sing Sing pushing in. Has of course got that Vlad's complete on top of the treads, and the illusions start to get to work, tearing out a half elf, and it doesn't look like 4 Clovers are going to try and defend this. They've actually got 3 heroes towards the mid lane. Pycat still poised very aggressively, and well, Pycat, I mean that was, oh jeez, only just getting himself,
okay, not fine.
Okay, Pycat.
Not fine.
Alright.
Well, that was something.
That was certainly something. And Arise getting credited with the kill there, so more money into the bank of the Shadow Fiend. Pycat wants to be a bit more careful with these aggressive motions and movements towards the mid, as he was just in a place that he did not really want to be in.
Yeah, I mean, he had the vision in the area, so I kind of get why he was lingering around, but the end of the day, you kind of have to assume that MFF have been playing on the defensive posturing for a while, so they're always going to be sticking together. At least another person should be there. Well, they still got level 2 Epicenter up on Demon as well from the side of MFF, so if they want to try to push in, threaten that Epicenter and take some towers, I think it's pretty easy, right? Because as long as the Sand King is not showing, I mean, in this sense he is, because the ward sees him, but if he's off map, it's very scary.
Where's that Shackle? Isn't going to latch. Demon. Just going to Sandstorm it up here. Looks like they'll leave it for the time being. MFF happy with finding the tower. Not yet wanting to go too ham. Yapzor. Maybe the Lone Ranger here was just standing up high on the high ground. EGM has got that level 6 now, so the tracks are going to be available.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Roshan is up. Of course, no team yet to try and take it. Neither team really with the necessarily awesome lineup for, I guess.
4CLs is better for sure.
They've got the Amplify. I guess with the Wind Ranger as well, yeah. They can give it a shot. Shackle from Nikwa. Is he going to latch onto Yapzor? Shards come out. It's only going to trap the Wind Ranger behind it. The question is, can they try and jump in onto this? Nah, with 3 heroes down on the bottom from Monkey Freedom Fighters, they've got their sights set elsewhere, and they're looking for the tier 1 on the bottom.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
My question is, when is the first time we're going to see MFF start to threaten with their Blink Dagger Sand King? Like, that gives them a really good way of taking initiation.
Oh, you might want to cancel this TP, and yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He even let the Requiem go. That's a Kappa moment. But I think that you can treat Sand King similar to any real big team fight ulti, where it's the threat of it that makes the enemy team not want to engage you, you know? And if you just see Demon is not showing, then okay, we kind of have to let this tower just get hit for a while, and that can very quickly just turn into free towers for you if you're MFF right now. They could be playing it conservatively, waiting for a Rise to finish the BKB, and I think that's a pretty solid choice as well. But once he has it, I would like to see MFF start to pressure, because they can take team fights with just Sand King, honestly. Like, the team fight contribution from that hero is massive.
It absolutely is an MFF. It is still the question of when to go. Demon's on the top lane. I mean, he's working towards his next item on top of the Blink, but as you said, we kind of want to see a bit more proactiveness here from this Sand King, and he's looking towards top. I actually tried to charge up the Epi there, but there was an EGM behind him, and Demon. These weren't the Jimmy plays that MFF were looking for. He's not going to lose his life, though. He does have the backup here from Yapzor. And he'll Burrow Strike himself away and out of this one, but that's going to be the epicenter down for a good 2 minutes, and wasn't able to find anything with it there.
Yeah, I think he was just going for a solo kill. Didn't end up happening, though, for him, so. Still no Epi's down for a little while. Kind of a slow-paced game, actually. A lot of teams going for positioning plays around the map and trying to siege, but not really too many big fights breaking out either way. If I'm looking at a team that favors, probably MFF. Like, trading even against a bounty hunter who has track is never really going to be good for you. You just want to make sure that you can 5-man against the bounty, because bounty is really bad at fighting 5-man. And the Wind Ranger didn't really have the greatest laning phase, so he's still like 1,300 away from Ags.
Ooh, that's a nice Shackle, yeah. Yapzor is down, so is Jimmy, but Bambo with the crush in time. They'll take down the Witch Doctor. Now they'll try and look for more. They'll look for the turnaround over the Sobel onto Nikra, and they will get it. So they get themselves a Wind Ranger, only losing 1, and Bambo will be able to TP out. So it's just a 1-for-1 there, but a 1-for-1 favoring MFF there, and the fact that Sing Sing was involved as well, even nicer there for the Radiant.
Oh, Requiem kill! See you later, EGM.
Alrighty.
Ripperino.
So MFF looking a lot stronger in this point of the game. 18 minutes in game 2 compared to what they were doing in game 1.
Yeah, they're just getting the farm on all the right heroes. It's going to start to become pressure for 4CL that they're going to feel to, all right, we got to go. You know, we got to fight. We got to make sure that we're doing something here. And again, it's the threat of the Sand King that actually makes MFF's lineup so scary right now. Not really many heroes in the game can make you think twice about engaging when you normally would be like, okay, we take this for sure. We go and we kill Sing Sing, for example, or we go and we kill Arise. Now it's Arise has BKB, Sing has Diffusal Blade, so the Orchid timing is a little bit later than I think it should have been for Pycat, given his start. And like having a Diffusal Blade now means that you can't even solo kill him, which is supposed to be something that you're looking to the Queen of Pain and being like, all right, this causes some map pressure. We can play around this.
Oh, Bambo.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to be okay. Links out, TP's away. At this point, what is the play here from 4 Clovers?
I think they need to try to fight. Like, going late game against the Peel, you have limited forms of control. That's the biggest concern. It's not that they lack damage, it's that they lack control. And once the PL army is out, and you see like a Requiem being channeled in a team fight, it becomes very hard to isolate that real PL and just kill it. Especially considering, again, the Wind Ranger did not have a very good game.
Well, looks like it's going to be them going for Roshan here. We'll see if 4 Clovers are able to do anything to contest it. They do have the Sonic Wave up. And there's a mech now on Tusk as well. And they might just get it here.
Well, there is no Sigil, so killing Roshan without Sigil, without any other form of minus armor than, I think, what, 1 or 2 points into Presence of the Dark Lord right now? Yeah, 1, so the minus armor is not real yet. I do think that they're content taking a fight, though. Like, with BKB on the SF, it's very hard to kill him. You gotta throw out an amp after BKB is cast, hopefully hit your Sonic Wave, and then get some follow-up physical damage. And that's completely barring the Phantom Lancer, the Blink Sand King. Taking a 5 versus 5 for 4CL's perspective, I think, is almost impossible. They're looking for more about the pick and push. They're looking to try to split up the map, try to buy themselves some time to where maybe Slardar can get his BKB or something. But for now, I really feel like 4CL are very much on the back foot.
Again, Jimmy's just trying to get himself in position here at the bottom. Ready and waiting to see if 4CL coming out for the defense, but they're just going to have to let this tier 2 go. As you said earlier, just scared of the imminent threat every time of that epicenter coming in from the sidelines if 4CL go a little bit too ham on the defense.
But it's hilarious because if you watch the game, there's only been 1 epi that we've even seen that actually got fully channeled. The other one got interrupted.
That's true.
And just knowing that it's up makes 4CL play this way. Just Jimmy being off map or even like farming jungle, whatever, doesn't matter where he is. If 4CL don't know where he is, they can't fight.
And pings are coming out in the jungle. EGM just scouting it out. He's going to spot out Yapso and Kabap here on the back lines. The rest of the 4CL, they're just looking to pressure on the top lane, trying to find another tier 1. There's going to be a smoke up here, and fortunately for the side of MFF, was done just as they passed by the Bounty Hunter, so that won't dispel it. They'll look towards the pit just to see if they can find 4 Clovers. They've got this ward here. Nikwa may be the one in trouble.
See him too.
If Yapso can get the trap out with the shards. And,
Always out of mana.
Okay, Nikwa.
This is real bad.
And here we go. Burrow strike onto EGM. The snowball across onto Nikwa. They'll throw out the cask here. The Death Ward as well to find the Bounty Hunter. They'll find 1. Now they'll look for the second one. The weave comes out. Are they going to be able to save Nikwa? It doesn't look like they can in time. No. Wind Ranger's going to go down. None enough that the Dazzle could do. And a double kill for Kabap, and they're looking to move forward for more. Saxa gets taken down. 13 for 6 here. As MFF looking to be quite a strong force. A force that 4 Clovers are just having trouble stopping. Bottom lane, Pika. They pop the Orchid here and blink forward. Now, but there's your epicenter. That's the kind of epicenters we're talking about. Jimmy with the turnaround, finding the kill on Pika and denying him the chance of finding the kill onto the Tusk.
And that is why they're not going for 5-man. I mean, the amount of damage that he does at this stage in the game is crazy, considering Dazzle is that hero that you look to and you can save somebody with a Grave, right? And you have a Shadow Wave too, which is kind of nice. But just the sheer amount of damage that he does in an AoE offsets the fact that you have Grave, because you can only pick 1 person to save. And if the Burrow hits like 2 or 3, and the Epi and the Requiem damage comes out as well from Arise, also hits 2 or 3.
Oh, can they go for something flashy here? Bambo, he is Mr. Flash himself if he wants to try for it. And there we go. Jumps in with the crush, but the Burrow strikes there from Jimmy. Bambo may have gone too ham, and he certainly has. They'll lose Bambo. They will still find Roshan, though, on the side of Radiant. Arise picks up the Aegis. Now they'll try and move in for more. EGM tracking them up. Arise seeing if he can close down on this gap. Look at the shards. I'm going to trap anyone out with them. EGM's going to be fine. 4 Clovers maybe seeing if they can move in. Yapso's on the back of this retreat. Being pulled from Pika. Gets at the silence. Shackle's not going to latch, but it allows time to get the Sonic Wave from the mechs there, though. Monkey Freedom Fighters aren't going to lose Yapso for the time being. Nikwa looking for a power shot. He's going to get it. Power shot across from the low ground onto the Tusk. But a bit of a mess. And it did cost them the buyback, 4 Clovers, of course. They want to try and find more. They want to try and find, but they've got a shackle. They're not gonna want to go too deep. And there is, of course, still that Aegis on Arise. Still 24 minutes in, 15 for 7. It's a close one here. but it's definitely feeling like Monkey Freedom Fighters' game at the moment with the fact that they have got a fairly stacked Shadow Fiend and an increasingly scary amount of farm on Sing Sing's PL.
There's been no pressure applied to him really outside of just the laning phase itself. He's working his way towards Manta. Once he has that, it is already extremely difficult to fight into just the PL.
And Piecat. No.
Okay, see ya.
Arise with the Requiem.
That is a really nice combo, and I enjoy the fact that Arise goes this Blink build so often. Anytime he has an opening for another hero on his team to set up a stun into a Requiem play, that kind of solo kill potential, I think, is something that people often underutilize because SF is usually ran as a mech buyer.
Oh, Jimmy. AGM, he's got the shallow grave. He's going to have some time here, but I think he might still go down. The Illusion's chasing him away. Could they quite get the final touch? No, EGM's going to be able to live here. They're trying for the turnaround. Equal with a focus fire onto Kebab. This will be thrown up to the high ground. Sing Sing will be able to find the tier 2 here with the help of his gang. Top lane, you got Bambo trying to look for a split. And look for the tier 2 here on the top. Is he going to find it now? He's going to TP back. He needs to defend this as MFF are ready to go up to the high ground. Looking for the tier 3. Bambo moving forward. He's going to jump into... Oh, Arise with those reactions. Blinks out the way. They'll turn it around onto the Slardar. Find themselves one. And MFF, they're going to stick around for more. Arise fairly low, but he's still got the Aegis and he's still got that BKB. Let's just stand there, pummeling away at the tier 3. Fortification will now come out. This is going to be a hard defense for the side of Four Clovers and Jimmy.
Tusk has Guardians?
He's got the epicenter.
Jesus. This is really hard to stop.
Oh, Jimmy straight in onto Piecat. The snowball as well is going to have the control. Shallow Grave does come out here. Piecat, can he get himself out? Turns around with the Sonic Wave. Will manage to take the Aegis off the hands of the Shadow Fiend Demon. Has the epicenter, but with the damage with the... He just couldn't get the Blink follow-up. And Sing Sing just sending out the Lances, forcing back the weaker members of the side of Four Clovers. Shackle comes out, latches onto the Reaper. No, maybe they could bring our eyes down. No, the snowball's there. They'll look to turn. Look how low Saxa is. He's just being forced back time and time again by these illusions. Bambo with the blink, but he can't find the crush because MFF, they're too quick with the reactions. Get themselves out. Bambo force-stops himself forward, looking for more for Arise with the Requiem, and now Jimmy with a stun onto Slardar. They'll bring down the Slardar, and now they'll look for more. Piecat gets caught up by the charge. Arise going forward. Piecat blinks himself away. Will be able to live. They've got a blink burrow strike. Jimmy. Oh, this silence. Give that man a vac bam.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Arise. Can he still find this? Hey. No. Picat's going to be fine. Sing back. He's got the focus on the objective.
Gamer here.
Yep.
I like to see this. This is good. I mean, truthfully, they should have killed Piecat there, but the old whiffed raises. It happens from time to time. They will end up getting the full set of racks, though, so the Aegis had pretty much served its purpose.
Yeah,
that's the best thing you could ask for if you're MFF. The tier 2 top is still standing for 4CL, so you can't go there. Pushing bottom is a little bit more difficult, very narrow space to try to climb into. But, yeah, MFF looking very solid right now. Sing working his way towards his Manta still. I think he actually has it in about 200, yeah. He's got the ultimate orb up already. And that just means for the next couple of team fights, unless you throw out a Sonic Wave to figure out where he is, you're not going to really be able to keep track of him either. Like, that's the other problem, is sometimes you pick, like, Bounty Hunter to be able to just see where people are, but you're going to be able to diffuse yourself, you'll be able to pop Manta, you can use Doppelganger. You have 3 ways to dispel Track, and you have 2 ways to dispel Orchid. So it's like, holding him down and being able to kill him, not very likely.
Monkey Freedom Fighters smoked up. Ready to go again, Jimmy. He has got the epicenter. Same time, Four Clovers themselves. They're looking for a fight. They're going to smoke up here into the Radiant Jungle. It's only Sing Sing that's around in the neighborhood at the moment, behind the tier 2 as well, so it's going to be a hard pick-off if Four Clovers even dare delve that deep onto this side of the map. And I think they realize that there's not that many people up there. Pings are coming out up top, and they're going to make a beeline straight up there. They're still under the cover of smoke. No, okay, they've come out now, MFF. So Four Clovers are going to make a beeline straight for them up here. Sing Sing's coming in to join the fight as well. Bambo, maybe going to look to be the initiator here for this one. Looking for the wraparound still. Four Clovers. What is Arise doing? He's messing around. That's what it is. Track comes out to Yapzor. Bambo. When's he going to jump? Arise. Oh, he's just jumped into EGM. He's trying to go for it. Epicenter getting charged up from Jimmy, and there we go. Brings himself into the fight. They've already found the Dazzle. Won't find anyone with the Burrow Strike, but there we go. Sing Sing's turned up. They'll bring down Bambo. That's going to be the second pick off here for the side of MFF, and there's your Guardian Greaves coming out as well. Let's see if they can find anything more. Jimmy's got a burrow strike, and bam. There we go, right onto the backside. And Neek with the shards there to control him with the raises as well. You're not getting out of this one. Neek with double kill for Arise on the SF. 21 for 7. On the board now. 3 heroes dead on full cloud. GG. Gets called up straight away.
Yeah, I don't blame them at all for that.
And it is 1-1. The series. Monkey Freedom Fighters are able to take game 2. And I think, Andy, that's kind of what we predicted as well.
Yep.
Unpredictability from both sides. Teams that were always going to be able to pull something out of the bag to kind of one-up each other. And 21 for 7.
It didn't really start off like that great. Like Nico was solo dying in lane to the Sand King. That kind of, I think, set the tone for the game. Demon he didn't die at all that game. He had a couple of kind of questionable epicenters. Like mid, he got clipped by the Sonic Wave, so he couldn't blink. And then there was another one top where we didn't actually see what he was channeling on, but he couldn't get to his target, right? So there was 2 points in the game where he kind of biffed it. But the pick itself did so much, I think, to the mentality of 4CL and how they could actually engage around the map that they never found a point in the game where they were really comfortable being like, we can go for this, or we can go for this kill. Because none of these heroes really buy early BKB at all. So the Sand King getting farm priority, having such a good laning phase, and then transitioning into having as much as he did, just put an immense amount of pressure on the lineup of 4CL. That lets the PL farm, that lets Arise farm, even though Arise had kind of he had an okay early game. But at the end of the day, it was just 5-man Dota for MFF, and there wasn't really an answer from 4CL.
There really wasn't. And MFF, they do it. They prove that they've still got it in them. They take themselves a win. 1-1 is how this series is going to end. But 4 Clovers, of course, they're going to be back for a bit more action later on as we'll see them go against No Logic Gaming. So we'll see how they do in that matchup. But that's it for the second series of the day. Don't go anywhere, though, as we're going to fire you straight back over to the panel. But from myself and Andy, we'll see you guys later for the third series of the day.